Hello, how's it going? In the preliminary tournament for the KC Cup Grand Tournament, I finished in the top 100 global. This qualifies me for the main event that will be happening in August. I'm definitely looking forward to it. For this event, I mainly played Shiranui and I also played a little bit of Dragunity. In these two videos, I will be talking about these decks and showing gameplay. On day 2, I played a little bit with this Dragunity deck. It was very popular on day 2, and after my teammate was doing super good with it, I decided to jump on the bandwagon. It was pretty decent for the event because it could pick up fast wins at a pretty decent win rate. Switcheroo didn't feel super amazing, but it did help with bad hands. Ascalon is a very strong boss monster and it does a lot against the meta. The deck is extremely weak to back Kuriboh, and that's why Trunade and Cosmic help a lot. I would have loved to play 3-3 Kuriboh, but I felt like the second level 6 was a bit more important. As well as being a monster to discard for Senatus, it's a really good extender. Dux is a very strong follow-up card, because once you have a tuner in the grave, it basically becomes a 1-card Ascalon. But because it's not as good on turn 1, I think that 2 copies was a really good number. 3 Senatus and 3 Lance are both a must because they're pretty much the best cards in the main deck. I think 3 Couse is pretty important too, but if you don't have 3, it's definitely not the end of the world. You can definitely make it work with less. You can potentially try Phalanx and the level 6 Synchro too. Cards of Consonance is another way of playing Dragunity. I have not yet tried that though. For gameplay today, the first one is commentated and the rest are without. This game is really good and I think it's a great example of how the deck can overcome these really grindy situations. This here is a prime example of how Dragunity is really weak to interruption. I was essentially just forced to pass my turn there. And now with Melee, who he pretty much has a Canadia on legs. Furthermore, it is safe to assume that the face down monster is a Lapula, because if it was Alistair he would have made a Purgatrio. He has no battle phase because of Palace and plays the card he drew face down. Unending Nightmare is a very scary card for this deck. At this point, I don't really have any more good plays this turn, because if I play Lance, it will just get popped and then he gets Destiny Draw. With Sphere, I can survive this turn. Now I have Cosmic, so I have a way of dealing with the Unending Nightmare. At this point I think my opponent is quite confident because I only have 1 card in my hand. However, that 1 card in my hand is a Dux and that is enough to just win the game on the spot. This could also have been another level 6 and that would have been game 2. The rest of this video shall be with music. I hope you have enjoyed so far.
Catch you one more time.